done. I see you. Welcome back to the channel, man. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to DONNYLAND.
I'm hoping today's episode
brought to you by OG Donny. We're gonna be reacting to the cost of becoming a brand. What? You mean to elevate and propel yourself into levels you've never seen before? It comes at a cost. It comes at a cost? No way. No way. And you see a guy like me, he's trying to become his own brand. DONNYLAND is his own brand. DONNYLAND, you'll see it everywhere in the future, man. So why not just, maybe gain a little bit of knowledge? Am I gonna sell my soul? Never that. Am I gonna grow? Always that. But you know what? Let's just see. Let's just see, because there's been many people who have walked in my path before. Many people to look up to. And they eventually become bigger than themselves. They become marks on the world. They become brands. Look at Mr. Beast. He has toys. He has food. Everything. And he started on YouTube. Let's see. Let's see. What do I need to prepare myself for? What do we need to prepare ourselves for? Because we're in this together. So you know what?
Blew up in 2020 and ever since Mr. Beast blew up in 2020 and slowly worked his way up to be the face of YouTube, people have been saying he altered the way.
I'm coming for that spot, Mr. Beast. You and me, 1v1. Fuck it, TLC match.
YouTube completely works, or he quote-unquote ruined YouTube. Everything became about pop-up texting, crazy CGI visual effects in a video. If you don't have the budget to burn a man alive, then you might as well hit the door, because you're not gonna make it and you're better off just working as.
Should my next video be letting myself on fire? Let me know.
One of Mr. Beast's editors to fulfill his empire. Even Mr. Beast himself admits all the time that he completely changed the fabric of YouTube. Because of that, last year he started changing his video styles to be more slower and comfortable to watch, while also tweeting out at other creators to stop doing that type of overstimulating content.
Not gonna lie, Mr. Beast is just evolving his game. It's like LeBron James. LeBron James did not come into the league shooting the ball 25 fucking times a game. He did not come into the league thinking he's confident and could pull up from half court. He did not come into the league with the LaFuck you 3. But as he's evolved, LeBron James has become, I was going to say, one of the best three-point shooters in the league. Poor K. There is many people ahead of him. But that is his game. LeBron James, he came into the league, boom, midi, boom, drive, boom. Nothing like this. This is just elevation. Come on.
But the damage from that has already been done. Now, I'm gonna be honest. While he did impact YouTube to be in that type of format, and creators out there still follow it, people saying nowadays that authentic creators no longer happen because of Mr. Beast are completely wrong. I mean, come on. You're watching.
I'm authentic, I think. I try to be as authentic as I can be. Fuck.
Watching me, yes, I'm glazing myself. I would say come-ups with someone like Queso, for example, are a perfect example of how they still happen. Only 3 years ago was he streaming out a 2 megabyte Wi-Fi setup, and now he gets 50 to 60,000 viewers every time he streams. And someone like
Trust the process. Trust the process. Like I'm Joel Embiid in Philly. Dilly. OG Donny.
Speed, who literally sat at his desk like a classic 2010s YouTuber raging at games and shit. I think the thing that really changes creators is when they turn from a creator to a full-on brand. And someone I've been hearing people say that a lot about nowadays is Kai Cenat. As someone who started seeing Kai a couple of years back, I think even the biggest Kai Cenat fans will tell you he's completely changed the way he acts on camera. Down to the jokes he'll make and what he even does on stream is...
Bro, because yes, you are a brand now. And with being a brand, you do have to fall in line just a little bit. Just a little bit. Because that bag is going to keep coming. But are you going to put yourself in jeopardy over that bag? Shit.
Totally different. And look, just to get this out the way, I'm not some big Kai Cenat hater fan page that on everything he does. Like, I remember when they were trying to cancel him for not building a school in Nigeria because he said he was gonna do it. Acting like a school gets built in a couple months. This is in the middle of a village in Africa. Not to mention the amount of forms you would have to get signed off from the government, and also it's out of the country as well. But you can tell as he started climbing to the top of Twitch, he had this thing happen, which happened to Mr. Beast, turning yourself into a brand, therefore having to hold back things you used to do. And the problem with this specifically as a creator is because people see your come up and how you used to act. Then when they see you kind of pulling back on it or afraid to be like that, it feels like a betrayal to the people that used to watch you. I would compare
DONNYLAND, I make this promise. You know what? In a couple years, you guys might be able to pull this clip up and be like, oh my gosh, you completely changed. This is not the same man I watched in 2025. This is not the same man I watched blossom, arose from the concrete. But you know what? At the end of the day, I'm still me. I'm still me.
perfectly to a creator and a music artist. A music artist can pull this off because they're signed to a label and usually come out polished to how the label already wants them. Meanwhile, with the creator, people see the change happen over time. There's a ton of TikTok edits of Kai from that time and people saying they miss him before he changed. And now because he's changed over time, it's made a whole new meme of people pretending to be Kai's viewers, basically saying they're the most parasocial people on the planet.
Bro, what are you doing?
Shh. Kai's talking.
Bro, what? When did you start watching Kai Cenat?
Well, it's not just Kai. Drewski's there too, and Kevin Hart.
I'm gonna be honest, bro. Watching people sleep is fucking crazy. Watching people sleep is fucking crazy. Reevaluate your life. What could you be doing in that time where you're choosing to watch somebody else sleep? You're watching somebody else have dreams when the dreams that you probably have are never gonna come to fruition because you're sitting there watching somebody else sleep.
Also, his subathon did not help the narrative because people started calling it the begathon halfway through. He had things kind of set up like a TikTok live streamer when he was sleeping where if you gifted subs, stuff would happen to him. I know.
I'm not gonna lie, bro. A subathon, the whole point of a subathon is to gain subs. Am I glazing? Am I meat riding? Pause. I'm just stating the facts, Brody.
Frankham John type of stuff, but regular things. To reach the goal, he probably did have to do stuff like this. It's a million Twitch subs. But the clips just
look absolutely atrocious.
In the first 30 minutes of me taking a shower, it is called Dirty 30, where while I'm in the shower, if you guys sub up, you guys can make me more dirty.
Pause. What do you mean by that? But, like I said, it is a subathon. The point is to gain subs. So you're gonna do whatever the fuck you can to gain subs. The hell?
Wait, but how can somebody upgrade you though? That's my question. How you earn upgrades?
It's taking me up to 500 gifted in the next 30 minutes.
530? Goddamn!
Me personally, I noticed the difference though between this subathon versus his others is this one was a lot more corporate and focused on hitting the goal mainly. Like he had a ton of A-list celebs coming through, Kim Kardashian,
I will agree with that. I will agree with that just a little bit.
Selena Gomez, etc. And I noticed when you reach that point to people where you as a creator feel unreachable and are with these huge people, you don't feel as authentic to them and they know you're gonna have to hold back things to reach that point. There was also a lot of celebs coming through and using Kai's platform just to promote their hip. Mariah Carey literally showed up for 30 minutes to promote her album and left. Compared to Kai having a full sleepover stream with Drewski and Kevin Hart where they both act.
Bro, because that's what most people think it is now. It's like the new fucking talk show. Shit's like the new Oprah. Shit's like the new whatever fucking talk show your parents used to watch back in the day. This is where people come to put their shit out there. Mariah Carey definitely does not know what goes on the internet. She's probably sitting up in her mansion with her feet up waiting until fucking November. Once she thaws out and All I Want For You, All I Want For Christmas is playing everywhere. She's probably chilling. She ain't worried about a fucking Twitch stream.
Actually cared about giving good content. That's what people actually liked about Kai in the past when he started doing this. Him bringing celebs on stream who don't just want a free promo. I understand too though that people change and sometimes that's not who they are anymore. But there's a difference between growth versus changing yourself to make sure your brand is 100% deep. Another way you could tell creators kind of focused more on their brand and less about authenticity is the way they approach certain political issues. This should be clear. I'm not saying every creator has to talk about every little political issue going on, but a good indicator for people has been how creators approach the topic of Palestine. At this point, Palestine has got to be like a 95% to 5% issue on how people feel about it. A majority of countries agree how the Israeli government is and has straight up admitted they're ethnically cleansing Palestinians, except of course the United States of America. By the way, in the time you've been watching this video, they've made $37,000 to $43,000 off your tax dollars, so in the name of freedom, this is a small sacrifice you must accept. People dying in America, we gotta give it to Israel so they get free.
Alright, I'm not gonna lie, maybe I shouldn't be speaking on this, but a creator, your platform is for you and your people. And I'm being honest, me myself, I don't know about the future, but surrounding myself in unnecessary drama that does not concern me about shit going on in the world, yes, we're all people, but bro, let's just react to this video. Let's go film a fucking vlog. When that day comes that I can, you know, maybe talk politics and visit the White House, go on CNN News, give an interview, I don't know if that's in my future, but nobody knows what's in their future. I'm just saying. If it don't concern me, it don't concern us.
Universal healthcare. And people have been really getting on Mr. Beast for not saying anything about it. You know, as an internet charity guy who gives money to impoverished people all over the world, it was kind of expected by his audience to happen. He don't even gotta say nothing for real. He could just have a little donation next to all the donations he's done. But as of now, he hasn't done it. And there was also this stream last month where Mr. Beast was doing a charity with Aiden Ross and XQC, where Free Palestine gets said and
Alright, if I'm being honest though, all of this charity shit for millionaires and billionaires, you can fix the world if you just put in a couple, like 1% of your total net worth. The 1% of the money you have in your bank account that you're begging these poor people to donate for charity. Oh my God, help somebody in need. Bro, if you and your 10, just you and 5 other billionaire friends, I know you have them on speed dial. If you were all like, hey guys, let's all put in $1 million. Let's all put in $5 million. I know it's crazy. You've probably earned that money. I don't know what you did. Not all money is good money, but you're begging people who have nothing to donate when you have everything. Like, what the fuck? That does not make sense to me, and that will never sit right with me. But I don't have my money up like that yet. So when I'm in that position and I just have a shitload of money to play with, fucking do whatever, I will try to be as charitable as I can. That is one of the things I want to do. But bro, begging people for money that you have, that does not make sense.
He's dead silent and kind of looks like he's held back by something.
Okay. I didn't mean to scream at you.
Free Palestine.
What'd you say?
Dr. McNugget.
You just know $1 million.
You know what? Shout out Aiden Ross, bro. No, OG Don, you support Aiden Ross? Man, fucking 2020 Aiden Ross, pre-quarantine Aiden Ross, post-quarantine Aiden Ross. Bro started this shit all.
Things flashed through his mind in this moment. He thought of the worst. Feastables being yanked off 7-Eleven shelves. His channel getting banned by the Trump censorship hammer for teaching kids wokeness. My prediction is he had talks with his team and they probably told him not to do it because it's too politically charged to say anything. But for people saying it's because he doesn't mention politics, Mr. Beast donated $150,000 to organizations when the BLM protests were going on. And also said Black Lives Matter, which is a political movement. So, I'm not sure how much that excuse can be used. I'm not even saying this to discount all the charitable things Mr. Beast has done and helped people. But now that his brand is bigger, he's definitely more reluctant to get into issues like this, as you can see. I guarantee too, when the conflict's over after like 5 or 10 years, he's gonna finally speak on it and say it was an awful, terrible tragedy and everything. But when he gets asked on why he didn't speak about it in the time, he's just gonna say, well, I mean, you know, I just didn't know the facts at the time. This is like the go-to for every war that's happened, including in World War II. This is one of the biggest.
I do think though, like kind of contradicting what I said before, but when you have such a big platform, your voice matters. Your voice definitely does matter. But at the end of the day, it's your platform, so you can talk about and promote whatever the fuck you want to. You don't have to make everybody happy. You can't make everybody happy. So why? Why?
Political issues in the world right now, and we're in the most connected time, so I don't know if people can get away with this anymore like they used to. It's also a problem with someone like Mr. Beast, where you become so big and are a brand yourself that you lose all personality and become soulless in a sense. I genuinely could not tell you the last time I've seen a real emotion from Mr. Beast on video. Actually, scratch that. I think I finally saw a little more coming back from him when he told XQC this on stream.
Do you like Feastables?
No. Kill yourself.
Yeah. These kids don't know anything about Mr. Beast 6000. Imagine he's been keeping him dormant inside and he's slowly been making his way up to take over like a symbiote. One of the things that are different with creators compared to actors is creators have to have a personality to stick out and grow their audience. With actors, you get fed a script.
Fuck, do I have a personality for that? Let me know, Donnyland.
And show emotions of a random character on screen. So it doesn't matter if the actor actually has zero personality, which is why when you lose that personality as a creator that people fell in love with, you start to disconnect with your audience. A good example of someone who I think does it well while changing themselves for the better is Speed. When Speed first started blowing up, he straight up got famous for ripping slurs and saying the most wild he could for the clip. 2021 Speed was a different beast. I don't think someone could have a come up like he did in 2025 nowadays. Over time though, as he grew up and matured, he still kept the same energy and personality without all the wild he was doing. I'd assume he probably looks back at some clips and cringes at how he was acting. And with Speed, you don't normally see people complaining about Speed holding back for sponsorships compared to Mr. Beast or Kai, because he still feels authentic, just mature now. In a way, I do kind of understand
That is very, very true, man. Shout out to Speed for the elevation of his game.
why someone like Mr. Beast or Kai may hold back on saying certain things. For example, what I was saying with Mr. Beast in Palestine. He may be able to say it, but it could risk potentially losing sponsorships, meaning having to fire employees, and then that person's life is ruined over what he said. But if you chose that path where you want to grow your brand and there's now a risk of you having to be inauthentic, then people are gonna notice, and eventually it could lead to making things worse. Anyways, that's gonna be it. Let me know how much subs y'all are donating at my subathon this year to pass Kai's record. Follow me on Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. As always,
Hey bro, this ain't free promo. This ain't free promo. I'll drop your channel in the description, but that's about it. That's about it, bro. I gotta grow my own brand. But that is the end of the video though. That was a very interesting take. I did agree, I did disagree. I gave my own perspectives. I think as you continue to grow in a social role, a creator role, a role where you're on a platform and you have a voice and your voice is being heard by people and people watch for your reaction and your opinion on certain shit, yeah, that's just bound to come with it. That's just bound to come with it. But like I said, I'm willing to stand 10 toes on this. The evolution of OG Donnie, it's about me, it's about you. Shit that don't concern us, it don't concern us. If I ever personally feel like I need to give my opinion on some shit like that, then I will. I will. But until that day comes, the day's gotta end. Because this video is over. No, OG Donnie, no, no. Why are you leaving us? Why are you? I'll be back. I'll be back. But yeah, man, let me know what you guys thought. Could you see yourself becoming a brand? Do you think becoming a brand changes people? I just think it's elevation. As you level up people below you, I don't know. I don't know. Everybody has an opinion. Like, this is my opinion. What the fuck? You could totally disagree with me, and that's okay. That's okay. But I'm just yapping at this point, man. If you're still here, thank you. I appreciate it. I really, really do. My name is Don. I see you.